Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Lisa Salvatore of lisasalvatore.com. For those of you that have been here before, thank you for coming back. And for those of you who have not been here before, thank you for stopping by. I put out monthly readings for the general collective for each sign of the zodiac. Please be sure to listen to your sun, moon, and or rising sign if you do know those other placements, because sometimes people tend to resonate with their other planetary placements more so, if not equally as much as their sun sign, depending on what's also going on with the current astrology of the universe. If you'd like to know more about why I say to listen to the rising and the moon, I actually recorded a video talking briefly about why I suggest you listen to those other placements. So if you would like to see more about that, just click below. I believe it's the last video that I posted. So these readings are going to be for the general collective for the month of April 2020. Please keep in mind that these are for a large audience, so take what resonates with you and throw away what doesn't. A lot of this will be predictive, so when you listen to it is when you're meant to listen to it. I realize all of us are going through some similar emotions and situations right now, so I really took my time, as I always do, but more so this month, to make sure I was 100% in the right headspace and centered and completely meditated. And I've prayed over these cards. I've already chosen the cards. I have not looked at them yet, so I will be looking at them with you as we go on into each reading. I wish everybody good health and happiness for better days to come. And please be sure to subscribe by tapping the bell icon to be notified of new videos and readings and all of that good stuff as it comes out. And let's get started. Hi Scorpio, this is your April 2020 monthly reading. This reading is going to be for Scorpio sun, moon, and or rising. Please keep in mind that these readings are for a large audience, so take what resonates with you and throw away what does not. Just trust that if you are watching, there is a message here for you somewhere. You could also be cross-watching for a Scorpio in your life, so apply this where need be, and keep in mind that energy is fluid, so things could and will change. So again, just keep all of that with you. And let's get started. I have not looked at these cards. I've prepared them in advance so you don't have to watch me shuffle. And I've used a couple of different decks. I don't know, I just intuitively picked out two different tarot decks. I'm using the Radiant Wise Traditional Tarot, and then I'm using my Italian Tarocchi deck, and then my Druid Animal Oracle, and Spirit Messages by John Holland. So let's get right to it, Scorpio. Okay, so what's highlighted for you this month is intuitive and creative endeavors. Like your intuition could be leading you towards some creative endeavors, new discoveries, things that you've wanted to do but maybe felt that you couldn't. And don't get discouraged if something comes up in the meantime that pushes you back a peg, because that could potentially happen this month. Like you could hear something that, you have a really great idea and you go to move it forward, and then it's like, oh wait, here's this roadblock. Because you will get around it, but it could come up. So just don't be upset if something does come up. It just means that it's not the right avenue for you to explore, and a new avenue is going to open up to you if you just give it some time. But it does feel like you could get on this track and then all of a sudden you get derailed a bit in April, but don't. And this might have already happened, by the way, because sometimes I read energy and it's just passed. So if this is something that is just passed, then know that a new avenue is going to open up. If this has not happened yet, it will likely come to fruition, and then a new avenue will open up. So either way, once the dust settles, a new avenue opens up and it's all good, okay? But it's definitely like an intuitive, creative endeavor is what I'm feeling. I also feel like for a lot of you, there's going to be movement when it comes to money, when it comes to finances. So it's probably already happening for you where you're like moving money around, which I guess is quite common these days, but moving money around, investing differently due to the current circumstances, and pulling things out right in the nick of time, I'm hearing. So it's like you've done this already, or you're about to do it, or if you're thinking about if you should do it, I guess this is your green light, that if you do it now, you're going to get in at the right time, okay? So there's a confirmation here for some Scorpios that are watching this when it comes to the financials, that yes, this is the time to do it. If you're waiting for the right decision or an answer, here's your answer. This is the time to do it. It does feel like you'll be able to move things the way you need them to be or want them to go for future growth, but you have to act, I feel, within the next 7 weeks, okay? So I don't know who that's for, but that's definitely coming through for somebody. I also feel like I'm getting a lot about books here, so I don't know if some of you are in the process of a lot of studying, but I'm seeing some of you that are like inundated in books and trying to figure some stuff out, and online courses and things like that, or this could be something that you want to be doing. This is a time to look into that strongly as well, or to invest your money there. But there is a lot of an online element here that I'm picking up on for Scorpio, for you, for this month. And it just feels like, amidst a setback or two, you really are on a good track and in a good direction you're moving towards, is what I feel. And that you just need to keep trusting that as things come up, you're equipped with the right mindset to deal with them and move forward. Your animal oracle card is the Blackbird. I don't normally read out of books, as you all know, but when it comes to certain oracle decks, especially ones that I don't use too often, I like to read the message because I feel like it bears more fruit for whoever's listening. So I'm going to find Blackbird in here. Blackbird speaks to enchantment, the gateway, the inner call. Blackbird calls to us from the gateway between two worlds, urging us to follow a spiritual path or to become more self-aware. He calls to us in the twilight, showing us the path to otherworldly secrets, pointing out the ways in which we can discover more about our hidden motivations and potential. There are times in life when it is important to concentrate on the outer world and your responsibilities in that world, but there are also times when you must attend to the haunting song of your soul, which calls you to a study of spiritual truths and to an exploration of the inner world through dreams and myths. In heeding the song, you will discover healing and new depths in your soul. Okay, wow. So this reminds me of, I forgot whose reading it was. It might have been Leo, I want to say. Intuitive impressions and the otherworldly and the spirit activity is extremely strong right now with this sign. And you need to go deep within and trust that whatever path you're being led on or feeling like you're being pulled on is the right path for you. And it's something about creativity too. So it's intuitive creation, like I said before. And you may have a setback or two along the way, but it is going to work out. And don't let money, finances, rule the intuitive piece of this, okay, if that makes sense, because that's just how I'm getting it. But yeah, this is like really soul deep for Scorpio. This is going to be an intense month of inner growth and self-discovery and hard work paying off, I feel, and money, financials going the way they need to go with the right timing. Your final card, Scorpio, is the New Beginnings from the Spirit Messages deck. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith, because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. Wow. Okay, so that's really cool. I feel very positive about your reading. To be honest, not everyone's to me felt so positive. If you go back and listen, not that they were negative, but this one feels super positive. This is like, I feel like a lot of you have been sitting idle for a while, if that makes sense. Like you've been in this space of just like, a cog on the wheel, let's just say it that way, doing your thing. Not that you disliked it, but knowing that you may have felt like you were called to do more, but just not sure how. And there's this expression that's wanting to come out of you, and there's a new beginning right there. You're like on the precipice of a big change, and I feel like for a lot of you, Scorpio is a fixed sign, so, you don't really love big changes. But once you make them, they tend to be very permanent. And so I feel like this is one of those times in your life where you're at this crossroad, this threshold of big change, and you've wanted it. You've been building up the momentum. And now it's like you're almost, the tower could mean this too, by the way. The tower could literally be speaking to the situation that's going on in the world somehow affecting your work. And now you're being forced to do things a different way and sing a new song like the Blackbird. So if those of you do connect with animals that are watching this, I would call on the Blackbird as your animal totem, because it feels like you're being inspired intuitively. And as I'm saying all this, I feel like poof, like all this energy with this sign. So there's going to be a lot for you guys this month. So really pay attention. I would advise you to keep a dream journal or anything that comes through to you in your meditations or at night. You're going to be getting a lot of information, but this feels really positive, Scorpio. I feel like you're on a nice, good track of new beginnings and doing things a different way. like retiring the old and singing a new song, which is important for you. So yeah, I don't feel like this is relationship related. This does feel more like life path, okay? Take really good care of yourselves, Scorpios, my Scorpio buddies, and I'll be back for you in May. Bye.